Okay, welcome back students to maths class. It is our revision class. So let us start our revision of chapter 3 multiplication. Okay, our next operation is multiplication. Symbol for multiplication is this cross symbol. We read it as symbol for multiplication. Now what is multiplication? Multiplication is nothing but the process of repeated addition. The process of repeated addition is called multiplication. Let us understand it by an example. Blank box multiplied by 50 will equal to 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50, 50. If we add 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 4 times, what will be our result? In rough work, if I add 50 4 times, how many 50s are here? 1, 2, 3 and 4. If I add these 4 50s, my result is 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20. My result is 200. Okay, 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 is 200. Here I make a blank box. Okay, and symbol here is multiplication. Here symbol is this side, symbol is addition. Plus symbol is here, and here multiplication symbol is here. So we can write this same statement as in the form of multiplication. So 4 times 50 will be equal to 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. Let us verify it. If I multiply 4 with 50 in rough work, if I multiply 4 with 50 or 50 with 4, my result will be 4 into 0 is 0, 4 into 5, 4 5s are 20. So when I multiply 4 with 50, my result is 200. And if I add 54 times, my result is 200. Both the results are same, both the results are equal, means these two statements are equal. Okay, means the process of addition, to reduce the process of addition, we use multiplication. Okay, I hope you understand now. So here I am giving some more examples. 34 plus 34 plus 34 plus 34 is equals to blank into 34. Which number will come in the blank place? Tell me, think about it. Count how many 34s are here. Count 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 34s here. So we will write 4 in the box. Okay. So 4 into 34 will be the same as we add 4 times 34. Next 52 plus 52 plus 52 plus 52 plus 52 plus 52 plus 52 is equals to blank multiplied by 52. Now what number will come here? So what you will do, you will count the number of 52s. How many 52s are given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 into 52 will be the same as if you add 7 times 52. Okay. So to reduce the addition process, we use multiplication. Okay. To reduce the addition process, we use multiplication. Now let us discuss terms related to multiplication. What are the terms related to multiplication? Suppose my task is to multiply two numbers which are 153 multiply with 10. Okay. So what I will do, first of all I will arrange both the numbers column wise. This 3 is located at 1's place, 5 is at 10's place and 1 is at 100's place. The places of 10 is 0 is located at 1's place and 1 is located at 10's place. Now let us arrange them column wise. 100s, 10s, 1s. 5, 1, 5, 3. Here in this at 1's place 0 is there, so we will write 0 below 1's place and 1 is written in 10's place, so we will write 1 in 10's column. Okay. Now we have arranged both the numbers column wise. Which operation we are performing? We are performing multiplication. So we will put multiplication. Now we will start multiplying. So how we start multiplying? This first number is known as multiplicand. The second number is known as multiplier. So number 10 is multiplier. Okay. How we multiply? We have a multiplicand 153, right? We want to multiply it with 10. So after arranging column wise, we will first multiply 1's place with the multiplicand. 1's place we will multiply with multiplicand. So 1's place with 1 place. 0 into 3 is 0. 0 into 5 is 0. 0 into 1 is 0. Okay. We have done multiplication with 1's place. Now we will multiply this multiplicand 153 with 1 with this digit. Okay. The place value of this digit is tens. So we will put 1 0 below the 1's column. Okay. Now we start multiplying multiplicand 153 with 1. So 1 into 3 is 3, 1 into 5 is 5, 1 into 1 is 1. As you can see that all the digits are written column wise. Column, 1's column, 10's column, 100's column, right? Now as we have done multiplication with the digit 1, now next step, we will add our both the results. This is the result of multiplying with 0 and this is the result of multiplying with 1. We get two results. We will add these two results now. Always start adding from the 1's column. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 plus 5 is 5 and 1 as it is. So it is our result and result of multiplication is called product. So these three terms related to multiplication. Result of multiplication is called as product. This number is known as multiplicand. The number by which we multiply is called as multiplier. Now we will discuss properties of multiplication. Properties of multiplication. First property of multiplication is order property. First property is order property. Order property. This property says that if we change the order of number, the result or the product will be remains the same. Means, for example, if I multiply 11 with 2, okay. So what I will do, I will arrange both the number column wise. 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. Okay, my product is 22. Or if I change the order of the numbers, means if I write 2 first and 11 later. If I write 2 first and 11 at second position and I multiply 2 multiply 11, 1 into 2, 1 into 2 is 2. So either I change my order of the given numbers, my product is same, my result is same. So it is the order property of multiplication. If we change the order of multiplicants, our product will remain same. Order property of multiplication. Now next property, which is property of 1. Second property, property of 1. This property states that if we multiply any number by 1, our result will be that number itself. Okay, for example, if I multiply 2 with 1, my result will be 2. 2 ones are 2, means if I multiply 1 with any number, my result will be that number itself. Okay, 2 itself is the result if I am multiplying with 1. If I multiply 41 with 1, what will be my result? 41 into 1 is 41, means the number itself is my result. 41 here, 41 in the result part. So if I multiply 1 with any number, my result will be that number itself. It is the property of 1. Now next property, property of 0. This property states that if we multiply any number with 0, our result will be 0 always. Means if I multiply 121 with 0, my result will be 0. If I multiply 31 with 0, my result will be 0. If I multiply, these are all examples, okay. If I multiply 1, 4, 2, 6, 8 with 0, my result will be 0. If I multiply 1 with 0, my result will be 0. If I multiply 0 with 0, 0 into 0, result will be 0. Means this property states that if you multiply any number with 0, your product will be, your result will be 0. Now next properties of multiplication. Which says that if we multiply an even or an odd number with other even number, our product will always be even. For example, let us take an even number 3. Sorry, let us take an even number 6. Okay, 6 is an even number. If we multiply this 6 with another even number 2, 6 is even number, 2 is also an even number. If we multiply two even numbers, 6 2s are 12. 12 is also an even number. So if we multiply two even numbers, our result is even. Okay. Now let us take other example. If we take one odd number is 3 and even number is 6. 3 is an odd number, 6 is an even number. 3 6 are 18. If we multiply an odd number with even number, our result is even. So it is the next property which states that if you multiply an even or odd number with even numbers, your product will always be an even number. Okay, the product of a number either odd or even with an even number will always be an even number. Okay, now next property, which says that if we multiply two odd numbers, the result will always be an odd number. For example, if we multiply two odd numbers, let us take odd number. 5 is an odd number and other odd number is 3. Okay, 5 is an odd number, right? 3 is also an odd number. Let us take the result. 5 into 3 is 15 and 15 is also an odd number. So this property states that if you multiply two odd numbers, your product will also be odd always. Okay, so these were some properties of multiplication. Practice word problems of this chapter and try to do revision station by yourself, which is on page number 49. Try to solve this revision station by yourself. Okay, now next chapter, which is division. Next chapter is division. The symbol for division are this or this or this. These are the symbols for division. Okay, or divide by. We read it as divide by. Okay, there are 4 terms related to division. There are 4 terms related to division. For example, if you are subtracting 11 divided by 2. Sorry, if you are dividing 11 by 2. So how we will read it? 11, the symbol we read as divide by 2. 11 divided by 2. It is our task. Okay, it is our task. So let us divide 11 by 2. To divide, we will write it in a standard form. So 11, this is the standard form of writing. Now, if first of all I will check the first digit of the given number. First digit is 1, which is smaller than division, which is smaller than this. So we cannot divide. So for further dividing, we need to take 2 digits, okay, of the number. Now 2 digits. 2 5s are 10. In 5 times we can divide it. Okay. Now 11 minus 10. So put a minus symbol. 11 minus 10. 1 is left. Okay. Now this number 1 is smaller than divisor. This number 1 is smaller than this divisor. So we will stop our division process here. Okay. So here the number 5 is known as quotient. The number left after the process of division is known as remainder. Okay, and the first number given in the division is known as dividend. Dividend. And the second number after the division symbol is known as divisor. So dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder, these are the 4 terms related to division. Okay. Now there is one formula to check our division, that the division we perform is correct or not. So to check division, we have one formula. Learn this formula, which is quotient multiplied with divisor. Quotient multiplied with divisor plus remainder is equals to dividend. So what is your quotient here? Quotient is 5. So I am writing 5 here. Okay. Excuse me. Your quotient is 5. Divisor is 2 plus sign, so we will put plus sign. Remainder r is 1 is equals to dividend is 11. 5 into 2 is 10 plus 1 is equals to 11. 10 plus 1 is 11 is equals to 11. LHS is equals to RHS. Both sides we get 11. It means our division is done correctly. This division is done correctly. So to check our division, we have this formula: quotient into divisor plus remainder is equals to dividend. Use this formula to check your division. Okay. Now division by 10, 100 and 1000. Division by 10, 100 and 1000. Suppose you are dividing 4000 with 10. What will be your quotient and what will be your remainder? So if we divide any number, by 10, in 10 how many zeros are there? 1 zero is there. Okay. In 10 how many zero is there? 1 zero is there. So the ones place will be, if you are dividing by 10, so the ones place will be your remainder and the remaining digits will be your quotient. Okay, if you are dividing same number 4000 by 100, if you are dividing the same number by 100, so in 100 how many digits are, how many zeros are there? 2 zeros are there. So the last two digits of the dividend will be your remainder. So in remainder you will write 2 zeros and the remaining two digits you will write as your quotient. Okay. If you are dividing 4000 by 1000, so count the number of zeros in 1000. How many zero? 1, 2 and 3 zeros in 1000. So last three digit of the number will be your remainder, 1, 2, 3, and the remaining digit will be your quotient. Okay, so this is how we divide by 10, 100 and 1000. Let us take another examples. For example, we are dividing 61056 by 10. In 10 how many zeros are there? Only 1 zero. So the last one digit will be remainder. So 6 will be remainder and the remaining these 1, 2, 3, 4 digits will be quotient. 6105 will be our quotient. Okay. Now let us take another example. If our number is 5281. Okay, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 digit number. We are dividing it by 100. In 100 how many zeros are there? 2 zeros are there. So last two digit will be our remainder. So 8 and 1, 81 will be our remainder and 52 is the remaining number. This 52 will be our quotient. Okay. Now let us take another example. It is a 6-digit number. You are dividing it by 1000. Okay, it is a large number. You are dividing it by 1000. In 1000, how many zeros are there? count 1, 2, 3 zeros are there. So last 3 digit of the given number will be your remainder. So 642 will be your remainder. These 3 digits will be your remainder and the remaining digits will be your quotient. So 178 will be your quotient. So this is how we divide by 10, 100 and 1000. Now let us discuss properties of division. Properties of division. First property, when we divide any number except 0 by 1, our result will be that number itself. Suppose I am dividing 25 by 1. My result will be 25. Suppose I am dividing 147 by 1. My result will be 147. If I divide any number by 1, my result is the number itself. Here I am dividing 147 by 1. My result is 147. So we remember, if we divide any number by 1, our result will be that number itself. Okay. But if you divide 0 by 1, it will not be, it will be 0. Okay. If you divide 0 by 1, it will be 0. That is why I defined it as a non-zero number divided by 1. The quotient will be that number itself. Now the next property which says that if we divide any if we divide a number by itself, means if I divide 12 by 12 itself, my number will be 1. If I divide 300 by 300 itself, my result will be 1. My quotient will be 1. If I divide 516 by 516 itself, my result will be 1. So be remember this thing. If we divide any number by 0, it has no meaning. Means 12 divided by 0 has no meaning. 56 divided by 0 has no meaning. 48652 divided by 0 has no meaning. Means if we divide any number by 0, it has no meaning. Okay. Now next property of division, which is if we divide any number by 0, if we divide 0 by any number, our result will be always 0. 0 divided by 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 1 will be 0. 0 divided by 58 will be 0. 0 divided by 1489, answer will be, the quotient will be 0. If we divide 287, your result will be 0. So it is the last property of division. Practice the revision station, which is on page number 63. Try to solve by yourself. Okay, you can check your answers from the back side of your book. These 4 chapters will come, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 and 4 will come in your exam. So prepare well. We will meet after your examination only. Okay, all the best all of you.